Good evening. Hello. Welcome to the 13th day of the January 2025 Character Creation Challenge, as hosted by the wonderful TARDIS Captain, a blogger who is also active on RPG.net and who runs a pretty sweet Discord for this challenge. So today we're looking at Quantum Starfarer by Stella Gamma. We've looked at a Stella Gamma product before. A few days back we did Cepheus Deluxe, and I wanted to showcase Quantum Starfarer because I feel like it's one of their underutilized or under-recognized gems of a game. See here, they've got a quantum engine. The company says that it's descended from the Cepheus engine, and I can kind of see that. But if you'll notice up here, the page count, we got 33 pages. It's lean and would almost fit inside a zine. Essentially, while it's not quite Cepheus and definitely not Traveler level of crunch, the basics remain the same in that you use 2d6, but instead of rolling stats and then determining skills that you have, your character is essentially made up mainly of these skills. You get 5 points to assign to 7 skills, maximum 3 points per skill. And here are the skills. I wish they would format it a little bit better, but oops, here we go. My gosh. You'd think that I'd never highlighted text before. Okay, so combat, knowledge, physical, social, space, stealth, and technical. Combat's fighting, knowledge is what you know, physical is feats of strength, and so forth. Social is charisma, space is space tech or piloting, but also like using your astronaut suit. Stealth is hiding, and technical is fixing things, jury-rigging things, hacking, what have you. Probably medical too, now that I think about it. So, we're going to assign 5 points among these 7 skills. Quantum Starfarer dude skills. Let's see. Let's be kind of well-rounded. So you're rolling 2d6, mostly against 6 or 8. If you have a 1 in a skill, that means you're more than likely going to beat a difficult score most of the time. So let's go and combat knowledge. Gotta be 1. Knowledge, physical, social, space, stealth. Okay, we'll do it like that. So they can fight in a scrape, they can run around, they can talk their way out of some trouble, they can pilot a starship if they need to, and they can fix it as well. Note down your stamina, which is equal to 7 plus your physical skill, and then your lifeblood, which is equal to 14 plus twice your physical skill. Okay. So, stamina is 8. Lifeblood is 16. Okay. Choose one trait and get, let's see, how many credits do we have? 2d6 times 1,000. Okay, so 10,000 credits. And then we're going to get a trait. So, these are the traits. Or we can go psionic. There's not many traits. Ace, gain +2 bonus to throws to gain edge in vehicle combat. Assassin, when rolling a natural 12 on an attack, ignore the target's armor. No. That's only got a 3% chance of happening. Advantage to rolls to sneak in the darkness, but we don't have stealth, so we're not worrying about that. Hardy, reduce damage. Martial artist, unarmed attacks. Mr. Fix-It. Honestly, let's see about psionic. Gain 2 psionic powers of your choosing. Oh, but we don't have knowledge. Okay. Let's go Ace. That's one thing this game could use. it could use some more traits, I think. And the reason is because they've got a superhero game using the same system that has a lot more. And it's pretty fantastic. So that's it. Bing, bang, boom. We've got ourselves a Quantum Starfarer, dude. I think what we will do, because I kind of want to show off how cool the ships are here, let's give them a cheapo ship, okay? So, we're going to choose the cheapest ship, 100 tons. No, MCR, that's traveler notation for 12 million credits. Available tonnage 85. Okay. Ship. 100 tons. Cost. See. 12. And that's going to go up in the meantime. Okay. Available tonnage is 85. And that's going to go down pretty quick. So we'll get the smallest ship. But I like, if you've ever played Traveler and made a ship for Traveler, that's one thing we should do. We should do a Traveler starship creation episode instead of a character. Okay, so add armor. If you desire, you can add armor to a starship. A ship is either armored or unarmored. Okay? I love how that works. We don't have to worry about levels of armor. And we are going to say that we're armored. But see, 30% of the hull's base cost and 5% of its tonnage. So 5% of the tonnage, we're going to say 5 tons. Okay, it takes away 5 tons. We're going to keep track of what we've used on it. And 30% of the base costs is 3.6 million. And then we'll add that all together when we're done. So it's got to be armored. Add a drive, a maneuver drive, a jump drive, and a power plant. So if, again, you're not familiar with the conventions of this system, in what inspired it, Traveler, ships jump kind of like they do in Star Wars. Instead of, like, it's not Star Trek where you warp through real space, you jump through some other space. The difference between Star Wars and Traveler is that in Traveler and its derivative games, you're out of contact with the universe for like exactly 1 week each time you jump. Ships that have a higher jump rating, so here, 1, they can jump 1 parsec in a week. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is crazy rare, but they could jump 6 parsecs in a week. Each jump takes the same amount of time no matter how far you travel. And then maneuver drive, that's kind of like how fast you can accelerate and turn and all that during combat. So then your power, that's just the plant that runs it. So I'm thinking we could get maybe like a 2%, a jump 2 drive, because fuel for the jumps, and that'll get to the second stage or the next stage, gets expensive, and it takes up a lot of your hull. So now 2.5 million credits per ton. Power plant must be at least as high as the higher number of the jump drive and maneuver drive ratings. So, let's get silly and say we've got a 6 maneuver drive, okay? But this is how much of the tonnage it takes. So, 23.2 tons. Since we rounded up for the armor's tonnage, we're going to round down to the next percentage point for this. So we're just going to say 22, which out of 85 is 17. It's 18.7, 19. Okay. So we'll do 24 tons taken away. Oh. 6 maneuver or 6. Jump, we'll add in the jump in a second. Jump, let's just say it's jump 2. So another 1.5. Well, okay, so let's add that together again. That's going to be 20. I did the math wrong. And you know, I work in education. 23.2, 24.7. So we'll round up to 25. So a quarter of it. Yikes. 22. Actually, we'll just to 22. So we got 46 tons taken up. We have 39 tons left to go with it. 2.5 million credits each. Oh shoot, how many did I say it was? Okay. There was only 19 tons? That's not right. Okay, let's double check. Because it's a quarter of its tonnage. Oh, that's right. So, 23. Okay. So, yeah, oh, it was 22. Okay, so 22 tons times, what is this? 2.5 million. Okay, so we got 55 million credits. 55 million credits. Wow. See, this is where it starts to get expensive. So our dude is gonna owe some people money. Add fuel. A ship needs fuel equal to 10% of its hull tonnage per parsec jumped. So 10% of its 17, because it's going 2%, so it needs 17 tons. So fuel. It's going to be 63. We're getting up there. Oops. Then each crew needs a pilot, space 1. We don't need a sensor operator. We do need an engineer per 35 tons of drives. We'll just round to 1 because we don't have that much. And a gunner. Okay. So 66 tons to have space for them. Then we've got weapons. So since for 100 tons of hull, you get a single weapon, light or heavy. I like the way light and heavy works here, but straight up we're going to say a laser cannon. Okay, displaces 4 tons. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, this is a mercenary ship. Heavy laser cannon, 2 hits, and it is 9 million credits. Okay. Add accommodations. Each active crew member or regular passenger requires a stateroom, which is 4. So staterooms take up 12. So we have 3 tons left to work with. And how much do they cost? 1.5 million. Okay. Total. And let's see. We don't need any of those probe drones or anything like that. Nah. We'll just do cargo space for the last 3. Which is not a lot, but okay. And the total cost is going to be... Wait a second. I'm a doofus. Why? You guys, I did 85 tons. Well, it's an 85-ton ship. Let's just say that. Instead of a 100-ton ship. It's itty-bitty. But the cost should be a little higher. I am going to call it good. It's more fun than it looks, and I have to say, I'm sorry I made that mistake. It's been a really long day, but I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow.